Da fehlt ganz sicher noch was. Beim Emporium. Aber was? Das heißt, für uns ist es irgendwie noch wichtig, bloß wie? Ich sollte nicht vergessen, alles aus dem Korb mitzunehmen. Wir haben alles aus dem Korb. Das ist ja immer das Letzte, was wir machen sollten, aber es wird ja nicht durchgestrichen, wenn wir es gemacht haben. Wie Tybalt, unser Schauspieler. Den haben wir doch auch nichts dabei. Ich könnte höchstens nochmal zu Maui gehen und ihm das Bild zeigen. Das wäre auch noch eine Möglichkeit. Aber eigentlich war ja eher Cosmo derjenige, der damit gedealt hat.
Meowie, do you know who this is?
Not a customer I've seen before, I'm afraid.
Oh, nein. Hilft uns auch nicht. Was übersehen wir hier dann? Probier das mit Scarlett mal. Mehr als uns den Kopf abreißen kann sie nicht machen.
Hey, ever seen this cat?
Cat? That is clearly a mouse.
Nein. Einmal bitte hinter zu Scarlett.
I think you'll find this photo interesting. I know I did. She barely glanced at the photo.
I do not care about the big mice. Did I not warn you about leaving, Chateau? It will be a shame to flatten that pretty face. But in the acting business, one cannot make empty threats.
Oh, more threats. Delicious. Let me add it to the pile. I'm accumulating quite a collection lately, it would seem.
Are those fangs all of a sudden, Chateau? So shiny. Did Bartholomew tell you to show them to me if I didn't melt in the face of his lab cat's words?
Bartholomew didn't send me.
I thought you only told the odd fib, Chateau. Yet here you are, spouting enormous, juicy falsehoods.
Okay, look. This isn't an excuse, but I was tired, frustrated. I felt like I'd been solving everyone's problems except my own. Getting the runaround from Scarlet wasn't doing anything to help the situation. It wasn't a smart move, but I was so sure. Fine. Do I need to be the one to lay it out? Then gladly.
In diesem Fall häufen sich die Drogen.
All the hard evidence in this case points to a drug connection. Nip on Edgar's body, fluff seeds on his clothing. He has a photo of a drug deal hidden away. When his best friend dies of an overdose, he's so angry that he finds the dealer and threatens his life. And then, poof, he vanishes for months. Nobody sees him around. Nobody hears from him. What, is he mourning for his friend or doing something else? Out of the blue, he turns up again at his father's club, chipper as can be. Everyone says he seemed really upbeat, like something good has happened. Someone claims to see him chatting to a large, mysterious type. Very large. I bet he has really big feet. Edgar doesn't stay long at the Nitty Kitty. He leaves, and he goes to the establishment for the first time ever. She looked shocked. I felt sure I had her and pressed my advantage.
Okay. Er hat Treffen auf neutralem Boden geplant für Gangsterfamilien.
He tells Celestine he has a meeting, but he leaves almost as soon as he arrives, leaving only this photo in his secure locker. One of the safest locations in the city, as I'm sure he knew. He goes back to the Nitty Kitty, apparently accompanied by the big cat from earlier, arguing. What about? Well, a few hours later, he's dead, with a nip bag in his paw. So probably not about which flavor of tea is best.
Okay, ich denke, Sie können den Vorhang fallen lassen. Oh weh.
Okay, here's what I think, Scarlett. Edgar was upset and angry about what Nip did to his friend, except he finds out his friend was off Nip by then and had moved to Fluff. But nobody knows who's making that, right? Well, Edgar did. He had Fluff seeds on his body, not Fluff itself. Those months he vanished? I think he used them to trace the people making Fluff. I think he found out where it's being made, and I don't think you could let that information get out. I think the nip on his body was just a bold red herring from you. You see, Scarlett, I think Fluff is yours.
Und sie sagt immer noch nichts? Okay, wer wäre besser, um neue Drogengeschäfte anzufangen? Hm?
What do marketing people call it? Marketing segmentation. Nip is entry level, right? And Fluff, that's the upgrade. Keep supply low and make it seem exclusive. Charge 10 times the price. You don't tolerate competition, naturally, except from yourself. Who was Edgar going to meet at the establishment? I wonder. Someone with the power to take you down, if they had the truth? Was that your thug at the Nitty Kitty that night? Trying to convince him not to do something stupid? And when he didn't listen, you rolled out the big guns.
Mausilla.
The photo is the key. Mousezilla selling drugs in a secret location. Mousezilla who doesn't exist, who can't exist unless he does. You made him in a lab. Just like Pepe said, you are the thems, and he is the terrible enforcer of your monstrous whims. He sells your fluff and silences anyone that tries to stop you. When you found out that Edgar had exposed you, Mousezilla killed him for you, J'accuse! I paused, panting a little, but satisfied. I was more certain of everything I'd just said than I'd been of anything in my life. She was silent as death for a moment, which was enough time for my brain to remind me that I'd just accused a crime lord of murder, with nothing but 4 walls and a die recorder to witness what might happen next.
These accusations, the biggest pile of cucumber slices I've heard in my life. And you, the craven insult. He sent a buffoon, a clown, to mock me. Does he think I do not see? Does he imagine this will go unanswered?
What? Who?
Bartholomew! You and he have met many times since the murder. I know. You speak in his voice. Le fantoche. He pulls your strings, and you lie on command. You're his errant cat now, sent to deliver an ultimatum, and it does not matter what I say, because he has already judged me.
Her response caught me off balance, I won't lie. She was ignoring everything I'd said and focusing on Bartholomew. She could have been deflecting, but there was an honesty to her passion that was undeniable, even if she was totally wrong. I told you I don't work for him.
Lies. You stink of him. Collect your cards, Poupette, and scuttle home. Tell that despicable cat that it is time for him to pay for what he did and what he made me do. There's no longer room for both of us in the Miami of Farrington. Le grief de la cat sans sortie.
I don't speak Absalon, but the fury in her voice made the intent clear. Hey, now, hang on. Okay, just wait. Nobody needs to start any wars over this. I'm not here on behalf of Bartholomew, all right? We didn't meet. He forced his way into my office and he threatened me, and I stood up to him, I'll have you know, despite the declawing machine.
More lies. He manipulates and uses. He thinks I killed Edgar, and he sent you to...
He doesn't.
What?
He refused to believe it. He didn't even entertain the option that you did it. But I'm not blinded by whatever history you two share. I think the evidence speaks for itself. And I think it implicates you.
You truly think I make fluff? I loathe fluff, Chaton. It is bad for business, bad for cats, and bad for the city. Yes, the real addicts will buy anything they can get their hands on at any price. But that is not sustainable. There's too few of them. I want the tired house cats, the busy executives, the cats who just want something to make a day a little shorter. They're not addicts. They just need a pick-me-up sometimes when the coffee isn't working anymore. What could be more normal? Those are the sort of cats that will get scared and stop buying if they hear there's something that's hurting people. And word is starting to spread.
Alles nur Worte?
That's not enough to make me believe you or trust you.
I do not trust you either, Chaton. You are unknown. You can be manipulated, and I do not trust Bartholomew. He is a manipulator. He will make you believe what he wants. I know he will, and I think he already has.
And yet, the evidence is stacked against you, not him.
The evidence you have.
What does that mean?
Edgar was supposed to meet me at the establishment on the night he died. He said he had something to show me, but he never arrived. Or so I thought.
You were in contact with Edgar for how long? Did Bartholomew know? Why? I mean, you could have mentioned this sooner.
Do you now believe that I did not kill him?
Well, you realize I can't just take you at your word.
And yet, your word is sufficient to indict me? We have a problem, Chaton. Mutual distrust. You think I'm involved in this? And I don't trust that you're not working for Barthe. An impasse. But I have the solution. Bartholomew inadvertently has proof of my innocence in the safe in his office. Go and find it.
In sein Safe einbrechen?
Oh, in his safe. Yeah, you want me to break into Bartholomew's office, the one in his club? Don't be ridiculous, Scarlet. I'm not a criminal.
Oh, you have been busy, Chaton. My people have asked around the places you have been. You aren't nearly as subtle as you may think. Arson at the establishment?
That wasn't arson. The blanket lied to me. It said inflammable.
Cake fraud?
It's not fraud if you're helping a friend.
Poisoning a police officer?
Okay, look, you'll be fine. I needed to get Fuzzball away from the body, and honestly, if you knew Krakowski, you'd probably agree that what I did was...
Stealing evidence? Lying about historical artifacts? Licking things?
Actually, licking things isn't a crime. I checked.
Regardless, I know how your kind operates, Chaton. You draw a line in the sand and say, oh, this is us, and that is you, good and bad. And when the water comes and washes the line away, you redraw it, but closer this time. Again and again. And by the end, we stand face to face, but you still claim that you are not us.
I don't break rules just to make money and gather power. I do it to help people. I am not like you.
And I am not who you say I am. You have no idea what you're saying. And I will not let you soil my name with these lies. Go to Bartholomew's office. Take a careful look at the items you will find in his safe. That will prove my innocence.
Oh, if I'm really working with Bartholomew, couldn't he just tell me what's in there?
Never. The items in there are his most treasured possessions. The last artifacts of his old life. He would never tell anyone what they are, let alone allow you to touch them.
Convenient. But still, even if I had it in my head to indulge you, it's impossible. Tinkle would see me instantly, and I'd have no way of activating the elevator to Bartholomew's office.
Au contraire, the club is deserted. Edgar's funeral is tonight. You will be able to move freely. As for the elevator, I have had this for a while, just in case I ever needed to leave a personal message in his office. You may use it to poke around as you wish. But I remind you, I'm giving you this to prove my innocence, first and foremost. I have nothing more to say to you now. Find evidence of my innocence in Bartholomew's safe.
Okay. Sollen wir ihr jetzt glauben? Wisst ihr nicht, was wir da überall noch machen sollten? Auch nicht mit ihm? Ich habe Scarlett konfrontiert. Sie war nicht besonders hilfsbereit. Muss sie zwingen, mir zu erklären, wie sie in die Sache verwickelt ist. Scarlett mochte meine Theorie über die Vorgänge nicht. Sie sagt, ich sei nicht vertrauenswürdig und schlägt vor, in Bartholomew's Büro einzubrechen, um Beweise für ihre Unschuld zu finden und dafür, dass ich nicht für ihn arbeite. Nee, eigentlich hat uns die Polizei engagiert, aber ja. Oh, brich einfach in Bartholomew's Safe ein. Wie soll ich das denn anstellen?
I have nothing more to say to you now. Find evidence of my innocence in Bartholomew's safe.
Okay. Halt, ich wollte ins Inventar. Karte für den Aufzug.
The card Scarlett gave me to activate Bartholomew's office elevator.
Na, was schmeckt denn die?
There's a sort of perfume taste. I'm guessing that's from Scarlett.
Okay. Dann wissen wir ja, wo wir hin müssen. Knitty Kitty Club. Eine Kette davor.
Securely locked.
Halt. Hilft der?
Pepe, I completely forgot to give this back to you. But as you can see, it's all worked out.
Gut.
Well, it's deserted. Like Scarlett said. Pity she didn't mention how to get in the first place, though.
Also gut. Aufzug können wir ja auch benutzen. Oh ja, die Abkürzung, da brauchen wir nicht ganz drumherum vorbei. Wirklich keiner hier.
Yeah, that did it. Ramon, I'm in Bartholomew's office, so if anyone finds you floating in the river tomorrow, it means he caught me here and I'm toast. Tabby, you can have my typewriter and my book collection, okay? Treat them well. Now, let's get into this safe and get out of here before Tinkle gets a chance to practice his crushing skills on my fragile little body.
Okay. Da gibt's ein bisschen was zum bauen.
Well, of course, the scary mobster has antique weapons on his walls. Let's be realistic here, okay? The only person I'd injure carrying one of those around would be myself. The idea of all those sharp edges near my mouth makes me uncomfortable.
Ach, du bist doch sonst nicht so in der Globus?
A globe of the world. Sadly, not one of the cool ones that opens up and reveals alcohol. The world spins at my command. It's remarkably well balanced. I bet I can make it spin with just my tongue.
Eieiei. War da drüben noch? Genau, der Schreibtisch selber.
Honestly, I expected a much bigger desk. How unexpectedly restrained of him. If I dig through the drawers, he'll know someone was here, and I'm already on his maybe murder list. Expensive wood. It tastes like haughtiness.
Schmeckt nach Arroganz. Okay. Dann muss ich mal kurz darüber. Der Schränkchen.
What's this, I wonder? The weapon he used to murder his predecessor and take control of his nefarious empire? It's locked, and I feel like stealing a valuable gun from a mobster is probably one of the last things you do. can't get to the gun, and glass is always a disappointment to lick.
Und Glas abzulecken enttäuscht immer so. Ah, gut.
A lovely view of the city he exploits. How charming. All I can do is pull down the blinds, and that would give away that someone was here.
Nee.
I'm licking the idea of you, city. Trust me. Ignore the outline of my tongue on the glass.
Karte von der Stadt.
It's a map of Firth.
Kann ich. Da können wir gar nichts machen, wie das aussieht. Okay. Da war doch noch was, oder? Eine Beule.
There's something under the carpet there.
Na dann.
Oh, there's something under here. Not terribly well hidden, Bartholomew. Tisk, tisk. Though I guess he's not exactly expecting nosy visitors. This must be Bartholomew's safe. Whiskers, a paw print lock. Scarlet didn't mention that either. The on switch for the safe. Safe with a help button. Thank you kindly, safe masters of Kree.
Mit dem Hilfeknopf, okay.
Huh, some kind of history button.
Geschichtsknopf. Okay.
Guess you turn that to open the safe when it's unlocked. This is a fingerprint scanner. Right. Okay, I can get past this.
Mhm.
Huh, some kind
Warte mal, benutzen.
Perhaps it's not switched on?
Identification. Secure Storage Device MW394, Safe Masters of Kree, Manufacturing Division. All rights reserved, including the right to insult you. Introduction. Welcome, Furbag.
Hello, you rude safe.
Requirement. Authentication details required for function. Present passcode and biometrics. Furbag.
Rude and chatty, aren't you fun? Is this how you address all cats?
Explanation. Safe Master protocols dictate all clients be treated equally. Loophole. Protocols do not dictate specific treatment level. Execution. Contemptuous mockery. Furbag. Requirement. Authentication details required for function. Present passcode and biometrics. Furbag.
Ein Passwort? Wir haben doch aber kein Passwort. Der Safe öffnet sich nur mit biometrischen Daten und dem Code. Das Büro sieht zwanghaft sauber aus. Ich wäre überrascht, wenn seine Abdrücke hier wären. Wir haben seinen Abdruck. Aber wo kriegen wir den Code her? Können wir. Ja. Der Pfotenabdruck.
Hesitant confirmation. Correct biometrics.
The fingerprints are smudged now. Might as well get rid of them.
Toll. Und jetzt brauchen wir noch ein Passwort. Wo kriegen wir das her? Wir haben keine Hinweise. Ein Bild.
It's a picture of his Walk of Fame star. He hated Gentlecat, but he still seems proud of his work in films. Probably not a good idea to take anything he'll instantly notice is missing. Why lick the picture when I could just go and lick the original?
Okay. Da wollte er aber nicht weiter.
If I wasn't itching to get out of here as quickly as possible, I might have dug around for some dirt.
Gibt's noch das
Granddaddy
Porträt?
Montague, I presume. I really have no use whatsoever for a giant painting of a Montague. I don't want to lick Bartholomew, and I don't want to lick his relatives either.
Gibt noch eins, wo wir Zahlen herkriegen könnten.
I should really do some traveling when this case is wrapped up. It might even be required if Bartholomew comes after me.
Aber wir haben ja keine genauen Koordinaten, gell? Ist nicht auf einer... Nee, dann hätten wir ja schon mal zwei Zahlen. Ja, können wir da nicht rein. Sich halt was zuerst. Könnte in der Mitte sein, also 15:35?
Reluctant confirmation. Correct passcode entry.
Yes!
Oh weh. Wäre dann noch andersrum gewesen. Man weiß ja nicht, welche Richtung, aber nicht schlecht. Also gut.
Disinterested confirmation. Passcode and biometrics provided. Grudging admiration. Furbag Bartholomew. Successful authentication achieved once more. Unlocking vault. Behold, Furbag, your pathetic treasures.
Was für ein unfreundliches
Finally, let's see what's in here.
Okay.
Wow.
Was? War es sein eigener Vater?
She was Edgar's mother. So that's what she wanted me to see.
This is interesting.
So she, and that means she.
Wow, I need to get back and talk to her as soon as possible.
Okay.
This must be one of his old awards. What? Wait, is that... That's blood. Someone was hit with this. Edgar? Does this mean that Bartholomew killed Edgar?
Sieht so aus, hm? Kann es nicht mitnehmen. Nö, da kommt dieselbe, selbst wenn ich auf Ansehen gehe.
I don't think I should lick that. I don't think...
Da verstehe ich sogar. Okay, die zwei Sachen. Ich soll das jetzt so offen lassen? Okay, der Safe ist abgeschlossen. Den Safe geöffnet und die Mordwaffe gefunden. Sollte Bartholomew nach allem doch schuldig sein? Ich habe auch ein Dokument gefunden, das beweist, dass Scarlett Edgars Mutter ist. Das ist eine Menge Arbeit. Ach naja. Da hat sich nichts getan, auch beim Pflaum nicht. Er steckt dann aber hinter der anderen Droge. würde das ja schon gerne mitnehmen. Dürfen wir aber nicht. Kann ich die wieder zumachen? Kann doch nicht einfach gehen. Machst du den wieder bitte zu? Was für eine dämliche Idee, einfach so zu gehen, ne? Da gibt's nur den einen Punkt. Und er meint ja, er muss unbedingt mit Scarlett danach reden. Er hat alles getan, dass Bartholomew ja nicht mitkriegt, dass er da war. Aber ein Safe lassen wir offen. So.
It looks locked down.
Will ich noch mal gucken. Jetzt zugemacht.
Yeah, that.
Er lässt den Original offen. Hast du sie noch alle? Nö, wird nicht auffallen. Nein. Gut, er ist relativ flink, je nachdem wie lange die Beerdigung dauert. Okay, aber... Jo.
The owner of Le Boule de Poix. What an impressive cat.
Did you find what you're looking for, Chaton?
You're Edgar's mother.
I believe the past tense is now appropriate. But, yes, I hope you can understand now. I would never kill my own child.
There was something else. An award. It had blood on it. I think it's the murder weapon.
What? Bartholomew?
Perhaps?
Tu es en colère. The murder weapon was hidden in his safe? My son Edgar died in his club. What more proof do you need? Leave the city, Chaton. This is war.
Heißt das da unten jetzt entweder oder? Nehmen wir erstmal das. Warum hast du dich mit Edgar getroffen?
Why was Edgar meeting with you? Did he know you were his mother?
No, he never knew. I didn't want to break what we had. He was happy. He had purpose. I didn't want to force him to split his priorities.
And what was his priority?
He was an amazing cat. Despite his father, he becomes someone I could be proud of. At the end, he came to me with a proposal, a unification of the families. He would become the head of the Montemues in time, and he wanted me to agree to work with him. Montemues and Catulets united.
Oh, a single crime family to control everything.
A single organization to bring stability to the city. But it doesn't matter now. That hope has ended with his death.
Wir müssen das nehmen. Ach, Menno. Du hattest aber Zugang zum Büro.
You had access to his office too. You may have been Edgar's mother, but you've not been part of his life for, what, 30 years? If you wanted to frame someone... The tall cat spat on me.
Do you know what your words have cost me? You casually accuse me of murdering my own son because I was not with him when he grew up. Do you think I did not want to be? Do you think I did? I do not love him with all my being. Bartholomew is a monster. Sweet words around the dark heart. I knew it was true, even when I was with him, but I was afraid. He was making new friends, and they were dangerous. I made plans to escape, but then I became pregnant with Edgar, and then I was no longer afraid. I was terrified. If I left with his son, Edgar would never have been safe. I had my own ambitions, and I knew I would eventually butt heads with Bartholomew again. The only way to keep Edgar safe, properly safe, forever, was to...
Leave? She paused, struggling for words, and the rawness of the emotions that fought for control of her face made me look away.
I left after he was born, towards that beast. I didn't care. I lied. It was my only option. I loved Edgar so much. He was so small, so beautiful. His life. He was my son. I had to protect him. If Bartholomew thought he meant nothing to me, he would be safe. Safer. Bartholomew would think he had to protect him from me. But Edgar would never be in danger from me. He could live in safety, grow up, be his own cat. So as long as Bartholomew or anyone else thinks I'm cold-hearted and uncaring, I have power and space to act. I can find out who killed him while everyone suspects me, and I can make the real murderer pay. If Bartholomew did this, then he is already finished.
Dann haben wir wohl ein paar falsche Annahmen getroffen.
I was so sure I was right.
And yet, you are wrong.
I was mistaken. That doesn't mean the evidence I found isn't still relevant. You said Edgar was going to meet you at the establishment, right? The photo must have been the thing he was going to give you. Did he give you any indication about what the relevance was of the thing he was going to give you?
None. He only said he would let us discover who was selling fluff.
That pretty much confirms the mouse is selling fluff, then.
Oh, Mann.
Please, I want justice for Edgar. I promised that to Bartholomew, and I'm promising it to you too.
Then you promise justice to the very cat who will pay for murdering my son. Appropriate.
Wait, please, I don't think it was him when we spoke. His pain was clear. He was in agony.
Scoured by guilt.
I really don't think so, Scarlet. I don't think he did this. Or you. There's a third party involved here. Please, please, don't challenge him yet. Give me another chance to put the pieces together. You say Edgar wanted to make things better? Well, you and Bartholomew fighting it out on the streets, it's not going to achieve that.
I can tell you this. I have seen a building like the one in that photo. There is a memorial garden in the south of the city. It has metal work in that pattern.
All right. That's something. Okay, thank you.
But I will not wait forever. 2 days, Chaton. And then I will not be stopped by anyone.
2 Tage. Gibt sie uns 2 Tage. Alle damit auch abgeschlossen. Okay. Das bleibt. Da haben wir weiter nichts. Wir haben nur einen neuen Ort. Stadtreisen, mal gucken. Hier unten. Da könnte sich ja fast hier noch was verstecken. Oder genau mitten in der Stadt. Wer weiß.
Ramon, just a heads up. I'm in a garden at night, and it's kind of spooky. If, something comes at me, I might throw you at it, okay? And if you hear any high-pitched screams at the same time, it's the other thing making those noises. Definitely not me. Okay?
Nein.
So, this is the place Scarlett thinks Edgar's photo was taken.
Gartenzwerg, okay.
Excuse me, do I know you? Ramon, did you hear that? Gnome you.
Bin noch nicht nass genug geworden. Yay.
Dirt and paint and sweat. Has someone been fondling this? No. Excuse me, do I know you? Ramon, did you hear that? Gnome you.
Okay, wir haben einen Gartenzwerg dabei. Boah.
The roses, which were imported and are the only known cultivation of this species outside of Garopia, are for looking, not eating. It's pushed super deep in. I guess I'll just leave this testament to short-temperedness right here.
Also einfach klar.
Dry board and a really thick layer of paint. Waterproof, I expect.
Nimmst du an. Okay. Nee, in die Stadt reisen wollen wir ja nicht. Überhaupt nicht. Einen Regenschirm neben PC stellen. Wir haben ein Platzproblem. Na gut, kommt auf den Schirm drauf an. Gebaut von der Stiftung der Familie McTerridon zum Gedenken an Eustace McTerridon, eine schillernde Persönlichkeit der Geschichte unserer Stadt. Philanthrop, Entdecker und Gartenzwergliebhaber. Teilen Sie die Schönheit dieses Parks sowie Eustace die Schönheit seines Lebens mit uns. Lanzenwanderlisten werden mit dem Spaten geschlagen.
Plant vandals will be hit with a spade. Well, that seems unduly harsh.
Ach, naja.
I'm gonna leave that little slice of crazy right there.
Also den willst du nicht mitnehmen, okay.
Cold oxidized copper. They didn't care about Eustace quite enough to get a gold one, it seems. So this whole park was built in memory of Eustace. Did he like collecting garden gnomes or something?
Okay. Haben wir noch eine Plakette?
The sign says, keep off grass. The problem, Mr. Sign, is that I need to walk on the grass. This whole area is now under investigation, which makes the grass a suspect, and you can't stop me! Walking on the suspects. I can't pull the sign off. It's nailed down tight. I could lick the word off and make it keep grass. Wait, this paint tastes disgusting. Ugh, scrap that idea.
Okay.
Eustace McTherridon, always in our hearts, except when we forget. Well, there's points for truthfulness. That's bolted on. Not going to be able to remove it. Little rust and, yes, bird droppings. Illuminating. And now, a new tongue, please. So that's what Eustace McTherridon looked like. As a look I would describe as pirate raconteur attends daughter's school play. It's really heavy. I'll never be able to move it. Those white streaks on him probably aren't his markings. Let's put it that way.
Also da willst du dann nicht. Gut, verstehe.
This says, if you think you're clever for leaving wigs draped over the Wegele shrubs, which have been associated with royalty for hundreds of years and feature on the coat of arms of the extinct Leopold royal bloodline, you're not, I will find you. Oh.
Okay, merkwürdiges Schild.
It's super stuck. Pity. The paint job on this one is starting to peel. Paint chips. Not yummy? Experts agree.
Da haben wir noch eins. Das ist aber nicht von Interesse. Okay.
Oh, the Magtheridon family tree, it seems. Carved onto an actual tree. Very clever. I'm amazed the irritable gardener hasn't blown a gasket over this.
Hm. Obwohl. Wir haben eins nicht ausprobiert.
Magtheridon family.
Ja, ja. Können wir nicht? Nicht lecken? Okay.